So
I want 2.5% now of your 2.5%.
Yeah.
We're all getting percentage if you get this
I
done.
don't think he's gonna get it.
He's gonna get it. Hello, and welcome back to the Price to Sell podcast. I'm your host, Matthew Campoli, and today we're gonna change things up a bit. We're not gonna really talk strictly about real estate itself, but a really good tool that is needed in real estate. We're gonna talk about staging. And I'm here with the queen of staging.
Oh, wow.
Right?
I like
Ms.
that intro.
Farah Dhalla Singh, also known as A Lady's Touch. So thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. So this is our first time meeting in person, but we did meet over social media.
Yes.
And the power of social media.
You were too cool.
But it's pretty funny story, yeah. So
We'll talk about that. You thought you were too cool.
I'm sorry about that.
So you put out a really good marketing video.
Yeah.
And I was really intrigued by how you guys told the story of the house. Like, it was just such a good video. And I don't know if you can like go to it but it was just done so differently from all the other agents. And I really liked that. So
Thank you.
I noticed that the property was staged, and I reached out to you because I was like, hey, you know, maybe your next one you'll think of me. He doesn't respond. Like, you could have just been like, sure, or sounds good. Nothing. Don't hear anything.
You know, it's never intentional. So I want to apologize in person. So I apologize.
We're good.
I'm so sorry. But we're best friends now. So it's all good.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have a pretty cool background. You were a journalist, meteorologist. So tell us about like kind of, you know, a brief bio.
So I always liked design, but I always thought I was going to be a reporter my whole life. So I went into journalism school, and then I got a job in the city as a reporter for CFRB, which is a radio station. And I was crying at like stories, and you're not really supposed to cry when you tell a story, right?
Yeah.
It was too hard for me. And then they were like, you would do great in weather. It's always light and airy. So then I got my meteorology degree, and then I started doing like weather in like the West, and then came back here and did it. The whole time that I was doing that though, I was also like designing my house. People were like, you're so good at this, you should try it for other people. So I did. And then one thing led to another, and it started to really pick up. And I got to a point where I had to make a decision between staying in broadcasting or working for myself.
Yeah.
And I decided to pursue the business in design.
Amazing. So how was that transition?
It was very difficult in the beginning.
Because I mean, it's not like you came from like a small scale job. Like that's a lot of people would dream of that, you know?
Oh, thank you.
So it's pretty much that's a big leap and a very big decision.
It was a huge leap of faith. Yeah, because you're going from a secure like 9 to 5, every paycheck is secured, to a business where you don't know if people are going to like what you put out, and you there's no guarantee that you'll succeed.
Yeah.
But I did it, and I'm so glad I did.
Amazing.
I haven't looked back.
Well, you're killing it.
Thank you.
It's usually the case when people make the hard decision. It's for the best.
Yes.
So I'm happy you did.
Thank you.
I'm happy things are great.
Yeah.
How long have you been in staging?
5 years.
Okay, so just like my time in real estate.
Look at that.
Wow, it's like we're supposed to work out together.
We're probably the same age too.
I'm 19.
We're not the same age.
I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
We are not.
I'm totally kidding. So I do want to get into the importance of staging. A lot of realtors out there be like, oh, we don't need it, you know? And that face right there says it all. So talk to us.
I would like to know why those realtors say that. Like, what do you mean you don't need it? Like, why?
Well, it could be, who knows? Maybe they're cheap.
Oh yeah,
definitely that.
That's an obvious. Yeah.
Or they just don't like. Maybe just lazy. Yeah. I'm huge on it. Right. So
it's the simplest way that I can put this is like, if you're going to an interview.
Yeah.
Like, are you gonna dress up?
I think you should. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I wore shorts once. Didn't work out.
Did you get hired?
No.
Exactly.
There you go.
Okay.
So
like, you know, you would shave, I'm sure. You'd brush your teeth, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The
Sometimes.
basics. Maybe you'd shower.
Yeah.
So you clean your house. Same thing. Your house is being interviewed by potential buyers. So it should look its best. Why not?
Yeah.
And sure, you know, it does cost, you know, in the thousands, maybe 5, maybe 10, depending on the size, but you're supposed to be investing into it for a return. So if you invest $5,000 in the look of your home, I'm hoping the goal is that you would maybe see that and some back on the sale of your home.
Yes. And I think that's what people miss is the outcome, like what they're going to get in their pocket after it's said and done.
Exactly.
And realtors as well.
Exactly. It makes you look good as a realtor because you're one cut above the other realtor who believes that staging is just nonsense, and then everyone else sees your house sold for record prices. You know, your listing did the best on the street. So if I'm thinking of listing my house and I'm the neighbor, I'm not going to call the guy that didn't stage. I'm going to call you. And a lot of realtors get more leads from it, and that's how we retain such a huge client base, because they see the benefit. They see how it works in their client's favor. They see how it makes them look. It's just a win-win for everybody. It really is.
Yeah, I agree fully. And it does come down to presentation and pricing. So when you're selling a home, and if the first line of, I call it like the front line, is the photos, and if they don't look good, people aren't going to come.
That's right.
That's why I think staging is huge, because you want to be like the best looking home on the street, so people will come through yours versus others.
And I've done it where I've removed myself from the company and just went in like looking at properties as though I was going to buy an investment. And I'm saying from a buying perspective, I resonated more with the homes that were staged as opposed to walking into a vacant home or a home that wasn't even staged. So it really does play into the buyer's decision on which house they are more willing to spend money on. Yeah. What
are some of the most important rooms or parts of a home that you recommend need to be staged?
The main floor. Okay. So like the first impression actually is curb appeal in the outside.
Oh, so you do outside as well?
Yeah, patio set, like something cozy in the beginning. I'm a stickler on like brand new welcome mats right when you walk into a house. Like it should say welcome. The doorbell has to be pristine. The handle, like that first impression when you open the door, and then it should like take your breath away. Like nice lighting, nice paint, living room furniture is cozy. It's like that to me is very important. And then the rest of the house is just the master, and that's it. So main floor and master. Or primary bedroom, I should say.
Yes, that got and no more primary no bedroom. More his and hers closets.
It's not his and hers anymore. What is it?
I think they're changing that too.
To what?
I don't know.
What's wrong with his and hers?
Closets, maybe. I don't know.
Why is that offensive now?
It's a gender thing.
Stop.
That's what I'm hearing. I don't know. We'll see.
That's a talk for another day.
That will be definitely a talk for another day. We're not going to get into that today. So for those agents out there who are not into staging, what do you have to say to them?
I feel like the ones that are not into staging are the ones that have been doing this for so long, like a number of years, like 30 years. And staging maybe wasn't as popular in 30 years ago, and they're just so used to selling real estate as is, and their brand just carries them. People will just call them for a listing because it's like, oh, see them everywhere, you know? But that's not always going to be the best person to list your house. I've seen it. I have seen the big brand names. People go to them and they're disappointed, and then they will have to relist, restage, and do the process all over again. This is a very different time than 20 years ago. Yeah. So if you're looking at a real estate agent, like how much are they investing in you and your property? Yeah. You know? Yeah. That's how you should make your decision. And of course, if they're partnering with a Ladies Touch, it's like no brainer.
It's the purple jacket.
It's the lilac jacket.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Lilac. Sorry.
No, but I have to say, for me, like working with agents who always put their clients first, there's something to be said about that. It's not like about money at the end of the day. You're helping somebody move and pick up their life and move it to a new life. It's such a personal thing that you should really want to work with somebody that's actually looking out for you and not just about the money.
Agreed. And you should put all your effort into it. Yeah. You're doing it once. Yeah. But for them.
For the seller, yes.
And realtors need to remember that as well. What would be some common objections you face as a stager? And then how do you overcome them? Common
objections from the real estate agent or the homeowner?
Let's do both.
So real estate agent, you're too expensive.
Okay.
Right? And I'm like, okay. So I had a real estate agent come to my warehouse to see my operations. Yeah. And I'm very different because I have invested heavily in a warehouse.
And you have your own things?
All my own stuff.
So that's a step above right there. So, okay.
We have designers like on staff that come from design backgrounds, and it's like it's it's a whole operation. It's not like I take my vehicle and I'm packing. No, we have an in-house moving team. So say, for example, we were to do a stage for you, Matt, and the sofa, for whatever reason, was too big. I can switch that out. You wouldn't even know. You know, so it's just that peace of mind and knowing that I have you covered no matter what. I'm running the show and my word is everything, and I'm going to make sure that you're happy and your client's happy no matter what. I think there's value to that, and that's why I do charge a premium, because one, the stage is going to look amazing. It is high end, and you know it's going to sell and it's going to be great from start to finish. Okay, so that's the response to the "you're too expensive."
Okay.
And then from the homeowner, you know, it can sometimes be offensive when like somebody walks into your home and they're like, I think you should take this down, or I think you should take that down, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm very gentle with how I deliver those messages. I make it very clear that this is not to offend you. This is so that the mass people, the mass buying potential will be will like your home. So I neutralize everything. I say, paint the walls neutral, take away the heavy wood furniture, you know, like let's just make it streamlined.
Yeah.
And so as long as they know not to be offended, it's not them that I'm saying anything to. It's just, how do we get you the most amount of money possible in the shortest amount of time? That's how I like hope that they would understand that we do these things.
Yeah.
But that's why the realtor likes hiring us, because now all of a sudden I'm the bad guy, not you guys.
True.
You're hiring us.
Yes.
So I think that's
Thanks for being the bad guy.
I'll gladly be the bad guy.
Delivery is huge because people have family pictures up, you know, pictures of their dog, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you gotta tell them to take it down.
I know, and hey, I'm a dog owner, and if someone says anything to my dog, I'm like, whoa, why? You know. But the idea, the psychology is, when a buyer walks through, you want them to feel like it's their house.
Yeah.
You don't want it to feel like they're walking into someone else's house. So when they walk into a home and see family photos, there's that loss of connection.
Yeah.
They should feel like it's their house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I have a little side question.
Side question.
What do you think of the staging of the set right now?
I love it in here.
Yeah?
I love it in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we spruce it up a little bit?
No, you know what it is? Like, you can get away with this look. One, we're in Toronto, so like this vibe is so cool. Second, it's like eclectic because you have like the different colors. I love it in here. Like, I want to buy a place like this. The exposed beams is so nice.
Awesome. Shout out to the neighborhood.
Shout out to the neighborhood.
You guys did good.
Yes.
You guys did good.
Very industrial and homey at the same time.
From a lady's touch herself. So, do you think, like, I don't know if you have this statistic, but how many staging companies are there in the GTA?
I think there's like a new one every second now.
Yeah.
I open up my Instagram and I'm like, whoa, this one's new, this one's new, this one's new. I feel like more people are trying to get into it.
Yeah.
But it is it's like real estate.
Yeah.
Like, everybody wants to be an agent, but let's be real. How many are really good at what they do?
Yeah. Well, I think the stat is 5% do 95% of the business,
Right.
something like that. And there's like, I don't even know how many, but it goes up astronomically all the time.
Right.
Like 70,000+ in Ontario.
I can see that happening in the staging industry. Like, everybody's going to want to be a stager. Like, everyone's realtors, girlfriends or wife or cousins, they're all going to want to get into the industry. But I feel like unless you are willing to make the commitment that I have and the investments that I have, will you succeed?
Yes. So are all staging companies the same?
No.
So what sets you apart?
I feel like I'm always putting you know how Amazon always puts their client first?
Yeah.
That's how I run my business.
Okay.
So like I've taken it from like, how do we serve the agent better than anyone else?
Yeah.
And that's why I made the decision, I have to buy my in-house furniture. My furniture has to look better than any of the other rental companies. Like, it can't be the same because that's what everyone else is using and everything else looks the same. Whereas me, I will invest heavily in higher end, but you know, when you walk through my houses that are staged, like, it's a lady's touch did that.
Yeah.
So that, I think, is what sets us apart. And I think I had to do that because there's so many people trying to get into the industry that I knew, I'm like, unless they're willing to invest what I've invested, it's going to be very hard to compete with a lady's touch now.
Yes, very important. And I think I agree with that.
And the marketing too. Like, we're at a good age because, you know, I feel like I'm like of that age where I can still talk to like people in their 50s, 60s, and 70s, whatever, but I can still do the Instas and the snaps.
Yeah, you're killing it on there.
Yeah.
You are.
And you have to, and like that's what's happening now. That's my number one client base comes from Instagram.
Yeah. Me too.
But I'm on there like messaging people like you who are ignoring me. But I'm still like I'm also like I want to get myself out there. So it's not like I sit back. I'm actively looking for new business all the time.
That's very good.
Quality business. I thought you were excellent at what you did.
Thank
I
you.
know that I'm pretty good at what I do.
You are.
So I just thought the two of us would be amazing.
We are. And I think I'm making up for it right now, having you on here.
I'm so happy to be here. I really am.
The only one I've booked on here. So
I appreciate that. The one and the only.
The one and the only.
Yeah.
Sorry, all your other stagers out there.
Yeah,
this is a
no more room.
Strictly Farah podcast.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No new friends.
So what do you think of? Do you prefer a lady's touch or a man's touch? I'm kidding. I had to.
Oh man, do you want to open up the man's touch, Brad?
I was thinking about competing with you directly and opening up a man's touch.
You should.
So,
you should.
Yeah, then we'll go head to head.
Let's do it.
I think that'd be fun.
The man's touch. I'd have to see that. I don't know.
It'd be pretty rough, I feel like.
I just don't know how you're gonna pull that off.
Yeah,
but
probably won't. Maybe I'll walk away from that idea. I want to get into staging during COVID.
Oh yeah.
Because obviously us as realtors had to adapt. I'm sure you did too, because a lot of your job is walking in and seeing the house in person, right?
Yes.
So especially in the beginning of COVID, when homes were unavailable to see, like how did you go about, like how did you adapt?
We actually started designing virtually. It was unreal, but we were able to still pull it off, thank God. So I didn't have to actually go into the house to do the consult. And then when we were there staging, we just asked that nobody be home for that time. And that's how we were able to put protocols in place to keep everyone safe. I actually still do virtual staging.
You just did with my clients.
I did.
FaceTime.
Yeah. I don't see the need to go back. Like, I feel like I can help more people by doing it this way. It's the driving to every location that kills us. So if I can get you a design plan, I can get you a quote, and I don't even have to make the appointment to see you there. At least you have everything and you can make the decision, you know?
Yeah.
And you get it faster. So I love these virtual consultations. Now, don't get me wrong. Some particular properties do require me to be there.
Yeah.
So I will still go, but we're still doing a lot of them virtually, and they work. And it worked out for you guys too.
It did. We sold it. So congrats to you guys. But so that's cool. So I mean, in a way you've learned to work smarter.
Yes.
Through something like a pandemic.
Yes.
And it's something you're going to carry on with you. So have you noticed business improve overall from COVID?
It definitely did.
And tell us about some reasons as to why.
The real estate market was on fire.
I know.
Like, I don't know if it was panic buying and selling or rates were so low. Like, I'm not sure if it's a combination of all of that.
Yep.
But people were listing and selling so quickly. So we were able to stage and destage within a week. So my turnaround for sorry, I get really passionate when I talk.
Broke the mic.
about real estate and staging. But the turnaround was happening. So we went from doing, say, like 30 stages a month to doing like 60 stages a month.
Holy.
Yeah.
Because of the efficiency of the FaceTime and all that.
All of that. And at the same time, I had a decision to make where I had to move my operations because the housing, like the amount of storage that we had in my first facility could not house all the furniture. So we moved into a bigger unit.
Very cool.
That's at the start of COVID, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, this is like a flight or fight situation.
It is.
Thankfully, we did that, and we were able to buy furniture still and service all these great clients. Yeah, it was so busy for us, and we're still seeing that. Like, it's still very steady. It
is cooling a bit. You noticing that?
I don't know.
I mean, you have the luxury of like having so many agents over the GTA in different parts. So like some pockets are hotter than others, and so you're still going to be more active there.
Like we're everywhere. Like we're staging in Bradford tomorrow. We staged for you in Bradford, I believe. Tottenham.
Thanks for remembering.
Yeah, sorry. In that area. At least I'm in the right neighborhood. But we're very busy. We're all over. High-end properties, I thought, were really big this year.
Yeah.
Like a lot of high-end property staging.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
The turnkey.
Yeah.
Everyone wants the turnkey.
Yeah. So, and Toronto condos staged, sold. It's just everywhere. It's just been busy.
It has been.
Yeah.
The condo market's picking up too, which is good. It's good to see.
So it's interesting to see now that things are opening up, like how we're going to respond to this. Like, is it going to be busy, or are people going to stop real estate and enjoy life?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what's going to happen right now. I
don't know either.
Yeah, but hey, we're still very busy. Yeah. So I'm very happy about that.
I think it's going to continue.
Yeah.
At least to stay steady. And
I hope so.
I think with stagers in general, like you guys are just going to become busier and busier because it is such an important thing. And I think people, our generation, are realizing that it's super important to successfully sell a house.
You have to stage.
You want the best marketing out there.
Yes.
You got to have the best look.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
You're on the right track. You've been on the right track.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I can't believe you ignored me the first time I messaged you. I'm like, you're so nice. I'm so glad we got over that.
You know what?
I don't see you seeing the message and like ignoring it. I honestly think maybe you didn't see it. I don't know if we followed each other at the time.
I don't think I did.
Right.
Yeah, because I'm never that type of guy.
Yeah, I don't see that. You doing no. It's all good.
But I enjoy being put on the spot right now, so I love it. It's where I thrive. Yeah. But we're gonna do big things. So
like we know a lot. Like we know somebody in common who's like a good friend of mine. Like I just love this guy. You know who I'm talking about. We're not gonna say his name, but
I work with him.
Yeah.
In my video.
Yeah, in the video.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, him. Like he's just been amazing to work with.
Yes.
And I feel like when you make a connection with one person that you like, everyone that they surround themselves with usually has that same sort of personality.
For sure.
So like the people that know him are all the same.
Yeah.
So I enjoy working with you guys.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a job when you know that you.
I agree.
Yeah.
And he talks very highly of you all the time. So I mean, your reputation is killer.
Thank you.
Keep it up. So a lot of our audience are realtors who are just started getting into it. They're looking to learn. So for all you guys and girls out there staging, do it. It's important. Talk to Farah. And I'm sure we'll have some aspiring stagers listening as well.
I hope so. Yeah.
So what would you say to them?
Okay. So like be fearless.
Okay. I like it.
Don't let fear stop you from doing things. If you see a couch and it's $1,000, just do it. Just get it. You're going to rent that out so many times. Start there. Keep going. And hire a good team. Like my team is what makes me look so good. I'm very lucky. I have a fantastic team.
How many people?
8. Hold on. 4. Wait, we have. Hold on. It's like between 8 and 12.
Cool.
Like some of them are contractors, some of them are more full time.
Nice.
But like just having those people in place, it's huge support. I can't do it alone.
Yeah.
I can't be at every stage. You know, I set the standard and I teach and I coach and then they run with it.
Yeah. You've scaled. That's very good in 5 years.
Yes, we scaled the business.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
And you have contractors you work with too?
Yes.
Do you recommend a stager builds a little network of contractors?
Absolutely. You need a good painter. You need a good cleaner. You need a good mover.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes.
So you just have the whole package.
You have the whole package. Yeah.
I love it. So, actually, my next question was, what are some qualities that I must have to be a very successful stager? So you mentioned fearless. Fearless.
I also think like you have to, what I learned in the business is not everything is about making money.
Yeah.
Like in the beginning, when you're starting out, you're like, I have to make money. Otherwise, what's the point? No, wrong. You service.
Yes.
Then the money comes because everyone's like, wow, that was amazing. That worked out so well, you know, and they don't question the next time. But if you cut corners in the beginning, and it doesn't, it serves you and not the person you're supposed to be serving, that doesn't work. So I've learned that when you really just trust the process, put the best product out there, the money actually will come.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been doing, and it's been working really well.
You got to give to get.
You have to give to get.
And do you need like a heavy design background to really
I have no
it?
design background. I have no education in design. None. Nothing. I didn't go to school for design.
Yeah.
I did a 2-week staging course at Seneca. Didn't need that. Didn't teach me anything. I basically am a entrepreneur at heart. So I feel like, I feel like I'm a problem solver. So anytime there was an issue that came up, like if we were getting busy and we didn't have a way of moving and transporting and destaging, I bought a truck. I hired movers, solved that.
Yeah.
Inventory issues, I buy. Resources, I hire. So like I'm just a problem solver. I'm really good at that, and I think that allowed my business to do so well.
Yeah.
And I'm personable, I think.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I'm not bad.
You're okay.
Yeah, I'm sometimes nice.
She's sometimes nice.
Yeah.
I think having that in any business, you succeed just like that. Like even me, I have no history of or background of real estate or business. I studied history.
Right.
So for me, it's just...
What did you want to be when you were younger? Did you know you wanted to be...
So many things.
Like a historian? Is that where you were going?
Everyone asked me that. Or do you want to work at a museum? No, I didn't.
Okay, so what did you want to do?
I would teach it.
You want to be a teacher?
Because I have a passion for history. So I'm like, okay, I would love to talk about it every day.
Oh, that's so cool.
But then it just, the entrepreneur kicked in. And then I became a barber and built that business. And then took all that into real estate.
No way.
Yeah.
A barber.
And here I am on a couch talking about it. So.
Oh my God, so do you cut your own hair?
No, everyone asks me that too. No, I don't. I love the experience.
Of cutting hair?
No, just like getting my hair cut.
Oh, okay.
So, like sitting down and like being pampered,
Okay, cool. Yeah. At a barber, which is very different from a salon.
No, I go to, shout out to Blank Canvas in Woodbridge.
Yeah.
That's where I get my hair cut.
Okay, nice.
So it's
do they do the shaving too?
Everything.
Oh, that's cool.
And I'm due.
Yeah, so. I'm getting a little stubby there.
Yeah, thank you. Much. Blast me more. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Let's talk
I was going to ask you one more question, but now you threw me off with the whole haircut thing.
Is there another question?
No, I was very on the fly with you.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I feel like we should talk a little bit about adversities.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Let's go.
In my business, what I find is like you meet so many different personalities, and I think the challenging thing for me was just being able to stay calm, collected, professional, no matter who I'm dealing with or how tough they may be towards me.
Yeah.
Like it's just business. You can't take it personally.
Yeah. So did you find like just...
Some people just will not like you.
Yeah. And how did you overcome that?
I just think about all the other hundreds of people that
like
do.
You.
Yeah. Like, there's for every bad seed, there's 10 great people that are there, and just learning to just let it fall off your shoulder, keep doing a good job, and move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what you should do actually? Mm-hmm. You should add to your package of like things you offer.
Yeah.
If it's good, like especially for the photographer, is like, hey guys, I'm looking at the clouds right now. I think it's gonna rain.
Yeah.
Right? Can you do that or no? Meteorologist background.
Oh, you want me to tell people the weather? Yeah. Okay.
Like, hey guys, not a good day for photos.
Right.
Because I know the weather.
Dude, I should. I should make a custom forecast for those guys so that they know. Absolutely.
There you go.
I can't believe I didn't think of that.
See, no one. I
knew
I don't
those
know.
skills would come in handy. Yeah.
Do you guys know any meteorologists out there? Because now you do. So.
It's supposed to thunderstorm today.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting the vibe.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Raincoats. So what is next for Farah and the Ladies Touch?
We started a pillow collection.
Okay.
So that's kind of cool. Like if you have a sofa like this and you want to spruce it up, you just buy a collection. So they're not sold individually; they're sold in bundles.
Yep.
And you just copy and paste right, and it's done. So that's, I think, cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and we're doing more interior design too.
Are you ever looking to branch out of the GTA and grow like maybe other provinces or? I'm thinking big now.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Franchise like.
I mean, you're on that path, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow! I have been approached by people in Vancouver.
Very cool.
To ask if I have and Calgary if we have offices there, and I said no. It's hard. It's like one day at a time. You never know. Sky's the limit.
Yeah, at least you're getting those opportunities.
You know what? There's interest. I think we would need to franchise first in the GTA, or like not even GTA we have covered, but like the Niagara region, or like Simcoe up north, or like past Durham.
Yes.
You know, because those are big popping areas too that are growing. And staging is becoming well known in those neighborhoods too.
Yeah.
But it's just hard to find and nail like a good stager like a Ladies Touch.
Agreed. And you have the branding. That's why. So like you can really take that and put it anywhere and it'll work.
I think it just comes down to finding the right people that can run the business the way I do and see it the way that I do.
Yes.
Which is always putting the client first.
Yes, which is super important. So as we end off here,
we're done already.
We are.
That's
30.
Did he give you the 10?
He did.
What?
We might actually be over, but
no way.
That's how good it is. That's a good conversation.
Right at 30.
Are we? There we go.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty on the money.
And it has to be 30 minutes? No, it can be longer. Okay, sorry. I'm having fun. I don't want
to go. Okay, well, talk to...
He's like, that's okay. We'll talk.
I was going to say, what are your last words for any new agents out there? Or stagers?
My last words for
what would
agents.
You say, based on your 5 years of experience, what you've seen the failures of people, you've seen the successes of people, what would you recommend or tell all the new agents out there?
Don't be afraid to spend money.
Okay, agreed.
Like, it's gonna cost money to get to where you need to be, but put the best product out there. Hire a Ladies Touch, give us a call. And for the stagers, I would say what I've been saying, just don't be afraid to start the new business, and don't be afraid to connect with people like the way I did. And I think, anything that you work really hard at, you're determined at, you should succeed. If you have a good heart too.
Love it. Well, I do have to end now.
Okay.
But we'll do another one.
Oh, nice.
So,
part two.
We'll do a part 2.
Nice. I love that.
So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for everything.
Thank you so much for having me.
A lot of value. I'm happy we got a little different twist on the show today in terms of talking about a very important tool. So if anyone needs or anyone has questions about staging, you guys can reach out to Farah. We'll put your links and Instagram. Where can we find you? Like, where can they find you on Instagram?
So my Instagram page is, handle is ladiestouch.ca. The website, ladiestouch.ca.
Okay.
That's it. Ladiestouch.ca.
So you guys can reach out to her with any questions. If you want to get her to do jobs for you.
Yeah.
She comes highly recommended.
Thank you.
And that's it. So thank you again for coming. This is the Price to Sell podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.